These latest headlines from ABC15 are sponsored by Lerner and Rowe Injury Attorneys. One call, that's all.
I'm Nicole Gregg with your top stories from ABC15 Arizona. Developing Monday, a Phoenix police officer is still in the hospital after being shot over the weekend. And tonight, police are still on the hunt for who shot him. It happened Friday night near 35th Avenue in Southern. Police say the officer was working off duty when he tried to stop an armed robbery. Today, our teams went back to the area to hear from business owners.
It's still shocking to me in the sense of this happened to a human being that is doing what it's supposed to be doing and protecting us, and I just hope it doesn't happen again.
Police are working on a description of the suspects. They believe 3 people were involved. When we get that information, we'll pass it along to you. ABC 15 staying on top of breaking news. We first brought you early this morning out of Tucson. We're learning a Tucson police officer was killed in a crash near the University of Arizona campus. The department says the officer was responding to a call just before 10 last night near North Campbell Avenue and East 6th Street when the crash happened. Police say another driver ran a red light, hitting 31-year-old Officer Adam Buckner. He was rushed to the hospital, but later died.
People loved his enthusiasm, his passion for the profession, and his desire to serve this community.
The driver that hit and killed Buckner suffered minor injuries. Police do not believe the driver was impaired. Currently, no citations or charges have been filed. We'll make sure to update you if this changes. Staying on top of a major story, the trial of Chad Daybell beginning with jury selection in Idaho today. Chad's wife, Lori Daybell, was already found guilty and is serving a life sentence for the murders of her 2 children and for her role in the death of Chad's ex-wife, Tammy Daybell. And Vallow, who used to live in the valley, is now on trial for murder here in Arizona, relating to the 2019 shooting death of her 4th husband, Charles Vallow. As for Chad Daybell, he is also charged in the deaths of Vallow's 2 children and his ex-wife, Tammy. His trial is expected to last about 10 weeks. We'll continue to track the latest from the courtroom and bring it to you as this story develops. Stunning new video from Prescot after a fire at a construction site forced evacuations and road closures overnight. A neighbor showing us their view as that wooden structure just topples over. We've been checking back in with fire officials throughout the day. We're told this was a new apartment complex in the works, but it's now a complete loss. Thankfully, no injuries have been reported. The financial loss is estimated at $60 million. Uplifting Arizona tonight with the power of a community flocking together after a beloved family pet went missing. Last week, many in Ahwatukee were on the hunt to help bring home a parakeet named Avery. Her owner, Leah Harris, says he escaped out an open door when she brought groceries inside. She turned to a Facebook group called Ahwatukee 411, posting his picture and what happened with the hope someone would see her. Thousands vowed to be on the lookout, sprinkling seed along fence lines and even setting up cages outside their homes, all determined to get him home.
They cared, and so that just, it touched my heart. She's a little bird. I never thought I was going to get her back.
Over 48 hours, there were multiple sightings of Avery. Folks sending over pics to confirm, and thanks to those tips, the little bird was finally found. The family saying they're extremely grateful for everyone's help.
I'm Chief Meteorologist Amber Sellin. So the look now at your forecast as we wrap up the second very wet day across the state of Arizona. This storm system is almost out of here. It's actually going to break into 2. We'll get a chunk of energy going out to the northeast, one kind of staying behind over West Texas. But we are going to be done with all of this rain and snow here in Arizona as we head into tomorrow. High pressure is going to build in next. This will warm us up for the next few days. We've got upper 80s in the forecast by Thursday, and then the next storm system will approach approach. Winds picking up Thursday and Friday. Chances for rain and snow back in the forecast Friday night into Saturday. And a big drop in temperatures coming as that next storm moves in. In the meantime, tomorrow, mostly sunny and dry. Just a beautiful day with temperatures in the morning in the 50s and in the afternoon in the 70s. Phoenix topping out at 77 degrees before climbing into the 80s Wednesday and Thursday. Then that next storm drops us into the 60s by the start of the weekend.